simple arcadey kind of shooters that actually has a very, very funny story and funny characters. It's one of the few games. I mean, it looks childlike. It looks like a kid's game, but the humor is the kind of humor where if you're an adult, you get the kind of innuendo and stuff that they're kind of hinting towards, even though a kid could play the game and still have fun with it. And I mean, I've played a couple of them, and I liked it because it has really over the top kind of weaponry, where you can upgrade the guns. The guns get bigger. You get all these little gears and stuff, and then you can choose what gun you get to upgrade. And your little character, I forget what his name is running around, and Ratchet is the little robot dude that's on his back that actually makes all the upgrades and stuff to your weapons and stuff like that. And you're both going around trying to save the universe from some little funny, villain or whatever. But it's a lot of fun. It's a very simple shooter. It's not very difficult, but it's not too hard. It's not too simple. It's just the right difficulty, I guess you can say. At least the past Ratchet and Clank games were. I haven't played the new game, but a lot of people that have been playing it have said that it's very, very fun. And I think the movie is going to be hilarious too. If the writing is anywhere like the game, I think the movie will be a really, really good movie as well. So it's one to look out for, especially all those parents looking for, simple, fun shooters that aren't bloody or whatever, that are comical or whatever to play with their kids. Ratchet and Clank is definitely the one to get. Lots and lots of fun. And then for all my pinball people out there, I know neither one of you guys are pinball people, but this was big news for me. Zen Pinball, the guys who make what was the other one? I forget the name of the whole pinball thing, but they've got tables for they've got like all the different Marvel tables. They've got like a Walking Dead table. They've got a Simpsons table. No, not Simpsons. They got a South Park table. All different kinds of themed tables. Star Wars tables and stuff. They are about to release tables for Aliens, where they'll be covering the second Aliens movie, the Aliens Isolation game, as well as one that is themed for Aliens versus Predator. So I think that is coming out next week, I want to say either 26th or 28th or something like that. So I will probably be getting those. I'll have those on my cell phone, so I can do a little bit of pinball on my cell phone. Might get it on my Xbox too. Love pinball. And also, I think coming up, let's see, when is it? In another, I think later on this month. I don't think it's in May. It might be in May. All of the Rocket League fans will be able to try out yet another DLC for Rocket League. I think not too long ago they released, like in December, they released DLC where instead of using the cars to play soccer, you would use the cars to play hockey, which was an easy transition for the type of game that Rocket League is. But this new DLC apparently will be for basketball in celebration of the NBA playoffs. So, of course, the DLC that they'll have on top of the new mode will have all of the different NBA teams, so that you can outfit your cars with all the different NBA team logos or colors, flags, and all that other kind of stuff for whichever team you want to rep as you score, make buckets, baskets, or whatever in Rocket League. So I'm kind of interested to play that. I've been having a lot of fun with Rocket League on Xbox One. Very, very, very simple game. It's an easy time waster when you don't want to get into anything serious. But yeah, Rocket League, whoever made Rocket League is going to be like uber rich in another like couple of years. You're going to see Rocket League everywhere in all, kind of in the same way Angry Birds went like global. Rocket League is definitely close to that. Wow, I think that's a lot. That's a lot of games. And on top of that, we didn't even say anything about Titanfall. They released a trailer for that, saying that the next Titanfall game will be released this year. And they're going to have a big reveal for like all the different features and everything that they're going to have for it on June the 12th. So stay tuned, because you know, anytime you got big ass mechs and Bunny running around, that I'm like excited and going crazy. So I'll be all over Titanfall 2, and we will see what this one's all about. Not a whole lot of details have been revealed aside from the trailer, but I'm definitely geeked up for this one. Must have for the Bunny. But also they had some leaks from Rockstar. Apparently, their development team hasn't been too secretive about the things that they've been working on. Apparently, somebody caught wind that they sent a development team out to Japan with rumors that the next GTA game, GTA 6, that they're working on will possibly be in a fictional Japanese city. So be prepared for a bit of Yakuza-ish action in a Japanese city in the upcoming GTA game. And on top of that, I think, I can't remember how they got this, but someone leaked a new map from another development project that Rockstar is working on that kind of hints towards them working on Red Dead 2, which is really big for a lot of Red Dead fans. So hopefully we will hear something about that in the coming months. Hopefully it is coming soon, because we know GTA 6 is probably at least a few years down the road. Hopefully Red Dead isn't a few years down the road. That's an excellent game if you've never played it before. But yes, that is that. And one of the last topics I kind of wanted to cover and go over that I think is pretty important, and see what you guys think about, or have you guys think about, is Microsoft has had a lot of recent talk in the past month or two, of course, surrounding PlayStation's decision to release a new PlayStation 4.5, right? Initially, Microsoft was like, oh, no, we're not going to release a new console anytime soon. PlayStation was like, yeah, we're releasing a new console. We want it to be 4K, but it's not going to have 4.5, it's not going to have PlayStation 4.5 exclusive games where you can't play the 4.5 games on your regular PlayStation 4. It's just made with more upgraded hardware so that we can take advantage of 4K resolution. So somewhere in there, Microsoft was saying, yeah, we're kind of doing the same thing, but we're sticking with the whole Xbox One family, and we're trying not to make a whole new console. Instead, they're trying to, or they would like to go forward having their Xbox One consoles upgradable, so that instead of you just buying an Xbox One and then buying Xbox 2 or whatever the heck the next console would be, they want to take the guts of whatever it is in the Xbox One and just periodically do upgrades as if it's a PC, essentially. And that kind of leads me to say, okay, this is going to be interesting / difficult / what's the point? You know what I mean? Because once you start picking apart and pulling pieces out of your out of your Xbox, how is it any different from a PC? And how difficult is that going to make things for developers? Because we're already seeing developers have major problems developing for PC after they put all of their resources into developing for consoles. You know what I mean? So what do you guys think about this so-called new strategy that Microsoft is planning on using with consoles?
I think they both suck.
Says the guy who has a controller in his hand right now.
Well, no. I mean, here's why I think they suck. Okay. Like, these things aren't cheap. And, for this thing to be out not even, 2 years?
Yes.
They're already coming out with a newer version of it with better hardware.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? I mean, me personally, I've been like, yo, what the heck? I got my shiny new PS4. I'm playing. I'm having fun. And now they're like, well, you know what? We're gonna beef it up and release another one. And of course, we all want the new hotness. So like, what the hell? So I got to go drop another what? I'm sure it's probably going to be a little bit more expensive. So I got to drop another $400 just to get the new thing. And that's kind of why I feel crappy about it. And I agree with you. I don't know what the hell Microsoft's talking about upgrade the current console. So what are you going to have to do? Take it to the Microsoft store and have them take it apart for a fee?
That's the only thing that I can guess, because I've got a feeling that they don't want people going in and doing it themselves.
Well, no, because they got those stupid little stickers on it. So the minute you break the seal, you void the warranty.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like that's jip on both their parts. I mean, there are people that are like, "Oh, we're excited." I'm like, why would you want to spend another $400 on something you just bought like, less than 2 years ago? Like, I don't get it. I mean,
answer for you.
Huh?
I have an answer for you.
More money?
More money in VR, PlayStation VR. I mean, it's kind of a genius type of thing. You already know. Like you said, well, we all gonna want the hottest thing, but not all of us have 4K TVs.
Right.
I'm not planning on getting a 4K TV. I will stay on my whatever K TV I have now. So,
1K.
It's nice. It's a nice thought. And if I had the money for it, I'd probably get it. But, this is the thing. People want PlayStation VR. That set costs $500 in itself. That's a whole nother PlayStation console right there.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I think it's running about $600.
Yeah. And they think, people think that if you get the 4K PS4, that it will run better, which is probably true. I mean, I don't see a problem with it. I think it's ingenious because they're working on the hype.
Yeah.
I agree with you there, but why I feel ripped as a person that just bought something.
They do that with every generation, though. You've seen how they've done that. They'll release the 10 gig.
They do that with PC.
The 10 gig PC3, PS3, and then all of a sudden, 6 months later, they released a 10 gig PS3, and then another 6 months later, they released a 50 gig PS3, and then
I think
the slim PS3 with a 200 gig.
That's different because you're talking about disk space, right? So,
but it's a whole other console.
Like, you're not change. Disk space doesn't change the physical, like what the console can actually do.
Actually, PlayStation did that with the PS3. Remember that? Their very first generation had those second graphics cards in there so that they could play all PS2 games on the PS3 without having to emulate. And then they recognized that they were losing money selling those, and they stripped that out of that generation, and they started selling whole new consoles that didn't have that chip in there.
Okay, but the thing...
Yeah,
they tried to emulate on top of that.
Yeah, I get, though all those things are jip, but what I'm saying is the next PlayStation 4 is coming. That's a new. What I'm saying is, it's not disk space. It's not, hey, there's a feature that we're removing because, dude, you're getting a whole new processor. You're getting more RAM. You're getting things that are physically different. and that's what I'm saying. It's I feel like it's a rip. It's like it's like when you buy your nice shiny alien PC, you think you got the best, and then 6 months later, come on. Well, you kind of expect that from that. Consoles are made to last a little longer. I get the whole yeah, you're right. It's a very smart move. But what I'm saying is from a user standpoint, I'm like like what the hell.
I disagree. The only reason why I disagree is because not like who do you know? Do you know a lot of people with 4K TVs? Well, you do.
I don't know anybody with a 4K TV.
Yeah, I don't know anybody with a 4K TV either.
So what do you think? Nobody's gonna buy it?
No. What I'm saying.
It'll be a slow burn.
What I'm saying is that what difference does it make to me that there's a PS4K when I don't have a 4K TV? So this is just a higher end option. It's like
okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna buy a 4K PS4 to play on my regular ass TV for what? I'm not getting 4K graphics, so I might as well. I'll leave that to the people that got it like that. That's
right, because you're right. They're not changing any. It's still the same network. It's nothing different from that.
Right. They still got this. They still play all the same games. It's not like it plays different games or whatever. It's
just a luxury PS4. I would call it.
That's right. Shiny new hotness. Instead of new hotness, it's a shiny new hotness.
These 4K TVs are pretty expensive.
Yeah, they can be. Yeah. But what do you think? What do you guys think about Microsoft saying, "Look, the Xbox One is the Xbox One. We're not releasing a new console. We will be releasing upgradable consoles going forward." What do you guys think about that?
What do you mean?
Upgradable in what kind of way?
Yeah, I guess I'm a little lost to that. Like when you say,
because of course they haven't implemented any of this. This is just their strategy, supposedly going forward. They're basically
I guess
saying,
I would have to get a little bit more detail on what they mean by releasing. So, like, are they saying
the concept is,
the next batch of Xbox Ones are going to be, we'll be able to take them apart?
No. From my understanding, the way that they're kind of strategizing this is that they don't want there to be new generations of consoles for Microsoft anymore. They want to say the Xbox One is Microsoft's console, period, and that going forward, any game released for an Xbox One can be played on any Xbox One. What? And that the only thing that you do is you can upgrade your Xbox One, and then you can get better and better games. So that because basically what he's saying is they don't want to have to release another generation of Xbox console and then worry about backwards compatibility, because they're like, you don't have to worry about that with PCs. They're like, you get a new PC, you can automatically play all the old PC games. They're like, they want the console, the Microsoft console, to have that same strategy. You get an upgraded Xbox One, you can still play all your old Xbox One games. You may not be able to play.
It's the same thing that PlayStation is saying, but in a different way.
No, because PlayStation is only releasing PlayStation 4.5 to worry about 4K resolution. They aren't talking about going forward and doing a PlayStation 5. Microsoft is saying there's not going to be an Xbox 1.2, or there isn't going to be an Xbox 2 or an Xbox 3. They're like, Xbox One is Xbox One, period, going forward. You can just upgrade this, and then it'll be based off, it'll have the same strategy as a PC would.
Right, but that's exactly what PlayStation is doing. The only thing that they're doing different is calling it 4.5. That's it.
No, you're missing what I'm saying. They're not making a new Xbox. They're not making a new Xbox to deal with resolution.
No,
they're making a Microsoft
upgrade the hardware.
Right, they're making it so that they don't have to make any more new generation of consoles. They're saying our Xbox One is going to be just like a PC from now on.
Right, the parts are going to be interchangeable.
Yes, but okay. PlayStation isn't doing that. PlayStation is making a whole new console, period. They're not making interchangeable parts to upgrade.
Well, yes and no. From a hardware standpoint, it's different, but it's still a PlayStation. The games aren't different.
Yes,
only
but
thing that you're getting
Microsoft
different
is
is
saying that the
different.
games will be different going forward, though.
Nah, it's the same. It's basically the same thing. They're just saying it different. Microsoft wants to brand that Xbox name, so they're not going to
Yes.
change it. But if they made another Xbox with better hardware and just call it Xbox, it's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. The same games are going to be played. Same thing with PlayStation. The same games are going to be played. There's no difference. You're gonna get 4K graphics and a better GPU, so you can pump it out. That's it. And
No,
Microsoft
no,
is
no,
saying,
no,
well,
no,
if
no,
you
no.
want that, I can give you a little bit more buffed up specs. You just, I guess.
No, I think you're missing the point, though. They're saying their future strategy, not their 4K strategy. They're talking about their future strategy for their console going forward. That
Right, but I think you're missing the point. I'm not talking about 4K. I'm talking strictly hardware. Strictly hardware.
yeah, I
It's
know.
it's not it's. They are saying the exact same thing, but they're just calling it something different. It would be the same thing if PlayStation said, "Hey, come in and we'll upgrade your system to better hardware." The games aren't changing.
No, they're saying that going forward the games will change, so that at a certain point, the new Halo 15 won't play on your Xbox One. You'll have to upgrade your Xbox One components in order to play it.
Okay, then fool, you didn't say that.
Yes, I did. That's what I'm trying to say. They're trying to have a whole new strategy with consoles that are making it essentially a PC
Well, I
rather
don't
than
see
you
how they're going
buying
to
new
do that
consoles.
because you know what? That board that's in your Xbox One can only handle so much.
Right. That's the thing that gets me. I'm trying to
Right.
figure out
I wouldn't see how
how
you
this
do that.
strategy is going to work.
So basically, you're gonna if you go in and you upgrade that stuff, you're gonna have to switch out everything that's the board is where everything is. So
right.
if that board isn't expandable and you can't expand the memory or you can't expand the processing, the hard drive it's not a big deal because all the outputs for that is the
Right.
same.
You don't have to worry about that.
But so basically, they're lying to you. Then you'd have to you're basically getting another system.
And that's what I don't understand, because it kind of seems as if they're saying that this is going to be their strategy going forward, right? Which means at some point the Xbox One that I have sitting in here right now
Will be obsolete.
will not only be obsolete, but it's not upgrade the way that they have it now. It's not upgradable in the manner that they say that they're going to allow their Xbox One to be upgradable. You know what I mean?
I guess we're gonna have to wait and see what the strategy is.
Because I mean, like you said, the way it sounds like they're gonna have to make it so that the only way you can do this is by going to your local Microsoft store with your Xbox One to get your new processor upgrade or GPU upgrade or RAM upgrade or whatever.
I wonder how people are gonna handle that because that I could see that easily being a $200 deal.
Right. Which is easier to swallow than a whole new $400 or $500 system every 8 years, 9 years, whatever the lifespan of these things are, something like that.
Live with that.
I could too. I mean, I don't mind that. Like
Right,
every
that's
3
not,
years doing a GPU upgrade or a motherboard upgrade. I don't know.
Right.
That's not that bad.
Well, we'll see where that goes. I'm sure they're gonna piss people off too because it's just wacky.
Oh heck yeah. They'll have something else where they'll have freaking Connect all stuck in there, and they'll just put Connect on there, and you were like, I didn't ask for that, damn it. Like, hey, it is mandatory for your new Xbox One.
Yeah, mine's still under my table here. I haven't touched that thing in like a year.
No, mine's still on top of my TV. I use mine all the time. But yes, it'll be interesting to see how the Sonys and the Micro Shiznits decide to get more money from us, ladies and gentlemen.
I hope they're not trying to beef that up just because they want their the HoloLens to work with this stuff too.
The only reason why I don't think that is the case is because the HoloLens, from what I have read about the HoloLens, it's supposed to have a majority of its processing power in the headset.
Yes.
Not tied to a system, because the whole purpose of having it is so that you don't need a PC sitting next to you or around you or whatever. It can interact with one, wirelessly, but all the processing power and all your visuals are right there on your headset.
Right, because
So
it has its own GPU, but I don't know. It just
right,
seems.
it seems like it's doing a lot. You know what I mean by itself, but I don't know, something like that. We'll see. We will see.
Or they may have another version coming out
Yeah.
just for the Xbox.
I don't know. Right now, the way they're developing it, it's not going to be related to the whole Xbox thing at all. But it'll be part of their Microsoft family of products, I'm certain. But I don't think it's going to have an Xbox version or whatever. At least not for the foreseeable future. Because it seems more like it's more of a just a regular system that's supposed to, I guess, compare with whatever Google Glass was intending to do. But I don't know. We'll see how it all plays out.
Yeah, I think I haven't even heard anything about that.
Yeah, from my understanding, I think they only recently sent out some dev kits for the HoloLens so that developers can really start working with it.
I'm sorry. I was talking about the Google Glass.
Oh, that they went back to the drawing board with that. Because they had so many social issues because places were banning Google Glass from like restaurants and stuff because people could record without other people knowing about it, and it was like infringing on other people's privacy kind of deal. Right. So it was kind of like a social thing. It was like they were finding there were places that weren't allowing people to use Google Glass, so they went back to the drawing board to kind of repurpose it and see what they would start using it for and what applications they could use it for. So I don't know. We'll see. But ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time we have. Great topics we discussed here. Definitely tell your mama, your daddy, your friends, your cousins, all the other kind of stuff. Watch the show, watch our highlights, watch our previous shows here on Ladies of the Round Table. Go to the website, check out all of our past episodes, check out this episode, check out everything. Just watch us, tell everybody about us. We here for y'all. Send us questions, send us all kinds of stuff. We love interacting with the peoples. We are a podcast of the peoples, so peoples, get at us. As you will see in the credits, we've got all kinds of Twitch pages and stuff, so check us all out. Follow us at Heed, Geekswagg. Follow Grim Freaker at the Grim Freaker. Follow Dirty Helmato at Dirty Helmet. It's just Dirty Helmet, right?
Yes, sir.
On all of our Twitch channels. Follow myself as well at Bunny3000, and go ahead and hit that follow button here on Ladies of the Roundtable. There's a bunch of other shows, other streamers here on the stream team. We be streaming, we be doing all kinds of stuff, y'all. But we thank you guys for joining us today. We appreciate it. Love y'all. Say bye to the people, y'all.
Peace.
Yeah.
Love y'all. Deuces.